When our Discord ultimately becomes paid, do you believe that $50 a month is a fair value for the information that we offer?
Um, I don't think I'd have any other answer than yes. I've joined plenty of other chats where they were $150 a month, and all you get are signals to your phone. And really, if you're trying to make it far and you're trying to, expand the group that you're talking with, who you're talking with, what you're relating yourself to, I think $50 a month to get as much knowledge as possible from phenomenal analysts, from Clayton and other traders who can speak freely into the chat is there's no better deal.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate your all's time. I'm Clayton. I'm here with another member review of Centurion Education Group, and this is Alan. He's been with me for quite some time. We've had a lot of meetings on his trading, budgeting, him growing as a man, life experiences, whole nine. So, Alan, thank you so much for being with me today. I really appreciate your time.
Of course, thank you for having me.
All right. So, I've got a few questions for you today, and then we'll get you out the door. All right. So, to start out, where did you begin your background in trading and understanding the market?
Well, trading in the market, I've been kind of gambling at it, quote unquote, gambling at it for I would say 3-4 years. Kind of started off with my buddies introducing me to it, and kind of just caught along and was like thought of it as being the quick way to make some money on the side and get rich quick kind of thing, as everybody perceives it the first time. And I kind of, went from there, did a few plays through Tesla. I think it was the first time was battery day, so that should have been like years back. But kind of just gambled into it, dabbled with it a little bit, bought some, shares, bought some options for it, and saw how much it moved up and down. I was up, and then my whole account was gone, and it repeated the process quite a few times, and that kind of caught my interest to the point of, there really is a lot of focus needed in the market, and the work that people really put in is they're capable of doing and achieving what they can get. So I kind of sat behind the books for some time. It took me a year or two to really start pulling in some small income, but other than that, I would say I've been dabbling at it for 3-4 years maybe.
Okay, awesome. So, what steps did you take to further your understanding? Did you join any groups? Did you have a mentor?
I didn't have a specific mentor. I've been I joined quite a few groups throughout my times of trading. A lot weren't as successful as the other ones, and a lot more were focused on trying to get rich quick. Others did have some opportunities to learn what the market is really capable of, but it wasn't as much of a like a one-on-one potential like you and I are having right now, which is phenomenal because a lot of people is this is what they learn by. So I've joined quite a few chats. I got a hold of some books that I read for myself, but prior to Centurion Group, can't say I've seen any better groups.
Well, I appreciate that very much, and I'll continue to do as much as I can for you. So, all right. So, how long have you known me?
It's been I think almost a year. I'd say almost a year. So it started off, and I met you in a different Discord chat, and then you and started talking with a lot of the members there. You got really, we got a really good bond going, and you had created Centurion, which is a phenomenal group, and the information you provide and how much you talk with everybody in the morning and in the afternoon is just it's incredible. Not many certain people give this much potential and time to other individuals. So for the time that I've known you, I think it's been a year, almost maybe a year and a half. Haven't had this experience throughout any Discord chat or any other person who's really into the stock market and perceiving the information as needed, not a get rich quick scheme.
Well, I appreciate that very much, and it's been a phenomenal year. I think it's been just a little bit over now, so it's been incredible.
Yeah,
We've both
it's
grown a
been
lot.
this year.
Yeah, right.
That's for sure.
Yes, sir. So, what has been your perspective or experience from the Discord and live calls with me?
The live call, I would say, is very important. You get to talk with people throughout the day, throughout the time of the market moving, and not only that, you get to hear everybody's perspective. So a lot of chats out there are made just for people to join and listen in. Nobody can speak what they really think is going on or going to happen. And when everybody gets, a piece of everyone's mind, especially in the market where there's people moving one way or another, it's either going up or down. So people would move it together. It's important everybody gets the aspect of, what they're doing, what they're looking at. And in Centurion Lounge and Centurion Group, Centurion Lounge is the chat room, that's what it's called. It's very good because you got people who, if they can't even join in chat into the voice chat, you have them typing, and then we are answering their questions over voice if they can't speak. So everybody gets a piece of everybody's knowledge, and that's something that's important, I think, especially market, anything business related. Everybody needs to get a word out there, and in Centurion Lounge, everybody gets a word out there. So that's very good.
Yes, sir. And I just wanted to add that the original name Centurion Lounge was a play on, American Express and everything, but I recently changed it to the Centurion Trading Floor. I wanted something a little bit more unique. I know that's a broad name, but I personally am with American Express. Love everything that they do, but that was just a little play on words for our live call that we run, just to give you guys some more background. So, do you feel as though that you could ask me any questions at any time during the live call, or get in touch with me whenever you need?
I don't think anybody has reached out. I've talked to quite a few people in different chats, especially in this chat, and it takes time for everybody to get to the phone, get to Discord. I mean, Clayton has all notifications on for everybody, and it is phenomenal. You need anything with the snap of a finger, he's right there on the other side of the line helping you. So it's great. It really is. You have questions regarding the market, you got an answer. Regarding a business, you got an answer. You're texting Google. You're texting Google.
I appreciate that, and I try to do my best to keep you guys updated and be active and available for you all. So, from when you started your investment journey to the present day, what has changed?
Quite a few things, but I think the most important is the aspect of it really takes time and it takes potential to get something going. And that's with everything in life. And trading gets you that because you realize that it's not you just get $100 here and then 10,000 the next day, or 10,000 the next day, and you lose it all. Consistency is key. And when you sit down behind the market, you see that when you do the same thing over and over again and you backtrack and you retest, that's what gives the most potential, and that would be for anybody.
Right. No, I think that's incredible. So, as a trader, or as a man, or what have you, what do you need help with the most?
I would say regarding, everybody has their own path and everybody takes their own route, but regarding, it could be trading, whatever, but I would say it's just start off with trading. Probably well, actually, do you mind rephrasing your question? I think I'm misunderstanding it. Maybe I'm taking it the
I think you're
wrong way.
overthinking it just a little bit. So the question, the baseline question is what do you need help with the most? And it can be in whatever form and field that you would like to answer.
Probably organization. That's key. Okay. Staying organized, doing what's needed at the right time. Time and place, as the word says. There's a time and place for everything, and you really got to understand what needs to be done in a certain timeline. Have everything set out straight. Priorities.
Got it. Loud and clear. Organization is always a major fundamental to making sure we can do everything that we need to do on a daily basis. Right. I used to struggle with that a lot, and I listen to Alex Hormozy a whole lot. Shout out to that man. He's a beast. He tries to, if he's got a list of daily tasks that he needs to get done, he tries to pair tasks together, right? So if he's brushing his teeth, he knows that if he has to do something else at the sink or to take care of himself, he's gonna floss while he's doing something else. Or if he needs to listen to something in the morning, he'll have that on while he's doing other things. So he pairs to-do list tasks with other tasks, right? So he can just go, okay, I'm going to the bathroom, everything that I need to get done, I'm going to do that there, so I'm good and clean, ready to go for the day. At his desk, whatever it may be, he pairs tasks together, and that's helped me tremendously. So that's something else that I do as well. That's helped me with organization. But, organization obviously is very important. So, how has your trading and understanding of the market changed since you met me?
A lot. Getting into it before meeting you, it was all right, I'll exit here. I'll do this. I'll just, once I see what I like, if it's worth a screenshot, I'll take it, blah, blah, blah. But understanding really the risk to reward and, how much you can really lose in a trade is not worth the potential that you can gain from what you have coming up in future days. So it's not really worth sitting there and sitting on your hands and saying, you know what, maybe it will go up. Maybe it will do this. Maybe it will reverse. You know, what's that phrase? Like cash is still a position. Like even if you don't trade, you're still winning because you're not giving away the money. So when I met you, it was more of like, all right, the reason I'm not as successful as I should be is because I'm sitting on trades that I shouldn't be sitting in. And it's even when I know it's not going in my direction, I kind of just hope for that. So I kind of identify my risk to reward. The second I enter a trade, I learn, my exit is going to be here, no matter what it is, whether it's this upcoming resistance or whether it's this upcoming support or it's VWAP, whatever the case may be. That's going to be my exit point, and that does not change until I'm out of that trade, and then I'm on to my next. So really, what has changed would be the perspective of how much potential there is ahead, and not worth losing what I have over now. If that was stated correct.
Right. No, I understand. Right. The big picture is that we're progressing and we're doing everything we can to move forward and achieve our goals. And making very small mistakes that could that mistake could be a 5 minute long mistake, right? But it could affect the rest of your month. So making sure you understand your risk reward versus reward, understanding when to get out, when to get into the market, what your entries and exits look like as a whole, scaling in, scaling out, etc. No, it makes a lot of sense to me, and I completely understand.
Yeah, it's like having a plan. You gotta have a plan whenever you do, no matter what it is, market related, anything in life, you gotta have a plan. And if you don't, you'll be all over the place. You'll be bouncing around. You won't know what to do. That's definitely the big perspective that's changed since I met you.
Well, I appreciate that. Have any of your habits changed since meeting me and listening to me every day in the live call?
Yes, yes. I would not be up at 4 a.m. I can feel that. I don't think I would be hitting. I don't. I haven't really been much of a, I wouldn't say athlete, but working out kind of guy prior, because I understand, sometimes you gotta put things straight, and if it's working out, that'll take an hour or two out of my day to get my head straight, to retrack what I'm doing, whatever the case may be. Definitely better eating habits. I see every time I join in the morning, Clayton's live in the call, making his eggs, making his bagel, whatever the case may be, and I was sitting there with a bowl of cereal, out of there, omelet, onto the stove, So definitely a few things have changed.
Well, excellent. I'm glad to hear that as well. So,
than than that.
well, that's a hell of a response. Thank you. I appreciate that. Two more questions. What would you like to have available in our Discord community or through our website or whatever it is that we could potentially offer in the financial realm?
Regarding the financial realm, there's, as we've spoken plenty of times with different traders in the call, we've also expanded our talks into the housing market, into different types of markets. So maybe, I've joined a few chats where people have specific categories of people who just buy and sell properties, or who do Airbnb arbitrage. It would be interesting if you would be able to get like kind of those analysts, as you would call them, so they could expand, into different kind of business realms,
So,
not just specifically stock trading or money, in the market.
got it. So I'll give you a little bit of information about that. So, well, the first thing is you're looking for more of, yes, the stock market, trading, everything that involves, but you're also looking for more of a comprehensively entrepreneurial community.
Yeah, that's the correct word. Yeah,
Got
that
it.
would be the correct.
Awesome. Okay. Well, I that makes sense to me entirely. So
I mean,
we
oh, sorry, just for one more thing. We've spoken in the chat rooms with quite a few people in the mornings. Everybody is always with their side jobs, with their side hustles, doing this. Everybody that I've spoken to is they just love doing that. It's not like a normal day-to-day job kind of thing. People love these side gigs and everything. So as I've spoken with a few people in there, those are the future entrepreneurs that I see. So like the entrepreneur section in the Discord would be the hit.
Right, absolutely. So that brings up an incredible idea that I'll talk to my team about in congruence with a meeting that we had the other day. So with Centurion Growth, my business consulting and asset management firm, we are looking to diversify into different asset classes and use the portfolio management and the cash flow structure that I use and trade in the Discord and our live call every day. I'm looking to adapt a real estate based modeling structure that would allow me to obtain residential properties, commercial properties, use short and long term rental structures, and then on top of that, start to really cash flow on those properties by leveraging the banks and leveraging the equity. Because I know that I can grow capital in the market. I'm very confident in that. I've done it for years now, and I've got a lot of structure and put it to show that I'm capable of doing that. But taking that, we are going to be moving into real estate. So maybe another thing that I can do and add to my channel would be, hey, here's the current property that we're working on, and this is what we're doing within that property. And then we can have other guys that are flipping properties or cash out refinancing properties or HELOCing them, whatever it may be, to get more real estate. I think that's a phenomenal idea because I think my dream would be, and my goal for Centurion Education Group would have a community full of entrepreneurs in every capacity. You know, the stock market could be a great glue, if you will, but I think that's a very powerful recommendation, and I appreciate that because I do want an entrepreneurial community where we can all speak freely and go over whatever it is necessary. You know, no secrets. We just talk about what needs to be done. And, you know, obviously there's going to be a small fee for access to that. But I think having, you know, that comprehensiveness in the entrepreneurial community would be extremely helpful and very valuable. I think that's a great recommendation.
And we're already past, you know, like the base one. We already got those entrepreneurs in the call. We're talking the market. We've got their business is going, your business is going, and we're talking about it and recommending, you know, what should be done and whatnot. So base one is complete. So now just, you know, when you expand I guess the real estate would be the right way to go, I guess, because that's, you know, what I've been hearing lately in the chats and what seems to be browning up the talk.
Awesome. No, I appreciate that. And we'll be moving forward in that direction. That's a great recommendation. So the last question that I have for you today, Alan, is what can I improve on? What's some constructive criticism from me so that I can get better for you guys?
I don't know. I can't, you know, I've talked to you. You're a very professional guy. You know what you're talking about. I can't really say there's certain things that I see that stick out to me that are, you know, affecting me or others in a way that wouldn't be helpful, but I really can't. Like, you know, I've known you for about a year and a half, and we've talked throughout the chats and through separately, and I can't say there really is anything, you know, that is standing out there that isn't good. Like, you know what you're talking about. You're very knowledgeable. You see things how they really are, and that's just what's respectable in a person. So I really can't say there is something standing out there that I would say is not heading in the right direction.
Well,
You know, you're 24, you got your everything going for you. You're set straight. You got your goals out there. You got it. I can't say there's anything not in the right direction.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm trying to do my best to not only help in the market in these different, you know, asset classes, but I want to make sure that we're pulling everybody out of the traditional mold. You know, I need to do this. I need to go to college. I need to have a piece of paper. I need to do all these different things. You know, those need to be tools to be utilized for your future and your goals and what you want to do. Not, you know, an anchor that's dragging you down underwater, right? So there's a lot of different, and we talk about this all the time in the live calls a little bit more thoroughly. But, you know, there's a mold that everybody wants to go into and everybody's programmed to go into. And, you know, our group is a very, very fine example of all of the folks who have gone outside of the traditional mold or have used the traditional mold to achieve their goals in a different format or way. So I appreciate that. And if there's anything that you do feel like in the future that I can improve on, please feel free to reach out. And you always have no problem contacting me and getting a hold of me. So I would appreciate hearing that. And your progress from when you and I first met and the meetings that we've had and you just going over everything that you're doing in your life and the trust that you have in me to reach out to me for some of these more personal budgeting, financial matters, and everything else that you and I talk about, I think is incredible. And you already know the majority of what it is that you want to ask me. It's just, I mean, you are absolutely mature enough and intelligent enough to get another set of hands and eyes on deck. And the fact that you're choosing me for that is always humbling and always appreciated. Whether or not I feel like I deserve it or not is a different story. But I do appreciate it very much, and I'll do everything I can to help you. And thank you so much for your time today, Alan. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you, Clayton, and thank you for everything you do.
I appreciate your time. You have a wonderful day, all right? We'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right.